Hi, I'm Rapsangs and I'm autistic and probably ADHD, but not sure yet. I've only known it since April, now it's September. I'm happy I finally know, but it's difficult to process, to rearrange everything in my mind, to integrate, so I'm not in good shape. It seems to be a common experience to enter into a deep autistic burnout when you realize you're autistic. My mind is not very clear right now. I don't trust my fluency, let alone in my second language. So I have written a very detailed script for this video. I wouldn't be able to do it otherwise. It's part of the things I'm doing to accommodate myself, to move forward, trying to make things easier, less stressful, more supportive of what I need to recover. I say this because it's part of the contribution I want to make, to be open about how I do things as a creative person, and that includes this video. I think it's more helpful if I show the struggles to make things possible. It helps me when others do that. So I want to be as transparent to other autistic people and also to everyone interested in understanding all of this a bit better. Almost from the beginning, I knew I wanted to share it. I felt so frustrated for not knowing until now because of the lack of popular knowledge. Even professionals, doctors, teachers, psychologists don't usually know much, and it would be so helpful. The reference we have is always a superficial view from the outside with a lot of misconceptions and nothing from the inside. We know nothing about the real struggles in everyday life in first person. Otherwise, I would have known a lot earlier. We know nothing about how wide the spectrum is, that you can be a 43-year-old like me and not know you're autistic. Some people will never know. They won't have the opportunity to find better ways to make it less hard and to feel less lost, less weird, less misunderstood. That's why I think awareness is key, and I want to contribute to that because the ones that have made this huge change in my life possible are autistic people sharing their experiences here. Those are the ones who are changing that lack of knowledge and perspective. I want to mention the person that made me realize everything. His name is Trevor Carroll, and I found one of his videos by chance, and here we are. Thank you so much for being there, for the work you're doing. I can't thank you enough, man. So it's very important for me. I'm so grateful to all of them that I would feel selfish if I didn't do my part. I'm still not sure what my part looks like exactly, but yeah. And it's not comfortable exposing myself this way. I will probably regret it some days. Just filming myself is stressful, and vocalizing takes a good amount of effort for me, especially at this point. But here I am, trying not to be selfish. And yeah, coherence is a very funny thing, isn't it? But for now, I just wanted to exist in this way, letting people know, to normalize it and integrate it into who I am as a creative person. Also, because it's part of what I do inevitably, how I experience life, not only in the lyrics, but the sound, how I enjoy details that others don't even see. Also, in the way I constantly tweak my approach to fit my capacity at a certain moment, or simply to make it healthier and more sustainable long term, and to make it more enjoyable and be happier. Everything affects the results too. Fun fact, lately I'm somehow managing to make more videos than ever when I'm in the worst time of my life in terms of being utterly exhausted physically and mentally, a lot of brain fog. But I'm motivated to do stuff. I'm not waiting to get better because now I don't expect to be much better. I mean, I hope to get out of this burnout, but even with that, I still struggle, and doing nothing was making me feel worse. So I'm trying to keep moving with things I'm capable of doing right now without putting too much pressure on myself, being patient and understanding, and learning how to manage bad days better, learning how to manage frustration better. That's giving me hope. And raising awareness about autism is another source of motivation because now I feel there's a bigger purpose to do stuff. The creative outcome by itself was not enough lately, anyways. What I've been doing is trying to have fun with something I'm excited about, something I think has value, but not the most thoughtful creation of my life, and not taking things too seriously. Does it work? Like I wrote in my song, Simple, it doesn't work all the time. I still get frustrated when things become harder than expected, and they usually do. In fact, the other day I was trying to avoid reaching that point by not recording a video playing live, but recording the audio first and then filming myself without the pressure of a perfect single take in front of the camera. Too much stress for me these days. But just recording the audio was very demanding for my brain. I already slowed down the song a bit, but I didn't feel capable of focusing on the next notes to arrive on time. Finally, I did it, but I ended up exhausted from that mental exercise. Apparently, I still had some brain cells alive, and I recorded a quick video to show my struggles in real time. I want to I want to edit a short thing I've just recorded, but I can't. My brain doesn't work anymore, and my body doesn't work in general. It's just a tiny minute long baseline, but I can't. I don't like being ta, ta, ta. I don't like being autistic. And I got this to make bread, to make buns, but I'm not sure if I have the capacity. Are you going to stay well tomorrow? I don't know. Even if it's an easier part and I'm in better shape, recording can be overwhelming sometimes, especially vocals for several reasons, but that's for another day. I make my own bread partly because of digestive issues, very classic in an autistic person too. It's funny because I have felt weird all my life, and it turns out that I'm the most typical guy, but typical for being neurodivergent. If you keep that in mind, suddenly everything I do is very common. If we judge within the wrong parameters, that's what happens. If you judge a fish, I'm not sure if I'm going to find a balance, a way of doing something sustainably, But the thing is, now I'm motivated to do stuff precisely because I'm starting to really accept that this is going to be like that. I'm not waiting for better times. I don't know if or when they are going to come. Maybe my full potential, my being at my best, is not what I thought. Maybe what I thought was my 80% is really my 100%. And I need to take advantage of my 100%, even if it's not super amazing. It's the best I have. Or even my bad days, like here in this video that shows how difficult it is to find the balance. Sometimes you get excited, work for too many hours, and the next day you realize how taxing it has been. Yesterday I was pretty fine writing for this video, but today I just want to sleep all day or a week. I'm trying not to be dramatic and think that it's just a bad day, but it's frustrating being so tired. The worst part is not the physical part, but it affects what I think and what I feel. So I need to remind myself that I just need rest. And when I'm better physically, I also feel better and think more optimistically. So that's what I'm going to do. It's funny because the fact that I'm recording this already makes me feel better. Sometimes I just need some motivation that is bigger than the exhaustion or bigger than the ruminations. Yeah, I still want to sleep all week though. I used to think that I was going to find solutions to my issues and struggles, and the perfect time where I'm at my best and everything is in place never comes. That's true for everyone. I knew it, but I knew it only here. Now I feel how true it is for me, especially for neurodivergent people in general. So I can only embrace it and take care of myself the best I can while still doing my thing to not feel stuck at the pace I need, being realistic and adapting it to what works for me at that particular moment. Because now I see how the solution I was hoping for will never come, because what I have is not what I have, it's what I am. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. It seems to be a common. What I've been doing is trying to, I also, in the way I constantly tweak my script to what works for me at that particular moment. I think that's the one. But I'm going to try again because I am like that. Oh.